Natal, where the police commissioner there, Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi's popularity appears to be rising, with more demonstrations set to take place today to defend him and his work. Today, another march in his support is set to be held across Durban. Various political parties are expected to gather at the Curry's Fountain Stadium before heading to Hoy Park, where a memorandum of demands will be handed over. Newzroom Afrika's Nhlanhla, as well as Pilam Tembu, now joins us live from Durban. Let's start off with Nhlanhla. Have you seen any change in the number of people that are coming out this morning?
Certainly, Elgin, there's a number of people that have started to gather here outside the stadium, which is the assembly point for the march. In fact, right in front of me, I can also see a police van, which has also just pulled up. Of course, we do know that it was stated that there would be heavy police visibility when you are looking at today's march. But of course, quite a number of sentiments have been shared throughout the past few days. And as you can see, Sbongiseni Ngubanda, my colleague, just showing you some of those placards saying we do not want a commission of inquiry, we want action now, which is, of course, one of the major sentiments that were shared over the past few days. A number of people stating that they do not want a commission of inquiry to probe this particular matter, and that those that are involved should, in fact, be arrested. But let's bring in one of the organizers now to speak to us. Firstly, I just want to go back to the president's address that took place on Sunday. Would you say that the information that came out from that address was enough to satisfy those that had been waiting for the address?
Definitely not. We strongly feel that the presidency undermined the people of KwaZulu-Natal and the people of South Africa. We are saying we are overwhelmed by crime as a society, and we see Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi as the last line of defense for our people. And on the basis of that, we are saying we understand that the claims that were initially leveled against him and the investigation that were established by the IPID were unfounded and baseless and without substantial evidence. And as a society, we decided to stand behind him and say, hands off Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. Over and above, coming to the president's public address, we feel strongly that we do not support the establishment of the commission for a number of reasons, because it is a waste of public purse. The judges that are cited to serve or that were appointed to serve by the state president, including Sandile Ngcobo, cannot longer be trusted by the society, because he investigated and came up with a report on the Phala matter. And his recommendations were that the president had to account. There was a prima facie case against him, and which we supported. And when he got to Parliament, he somersaulted. And he said, no, he could have made a mistake. Therefore, we cannot trust a commission of inquiry like that. We see it as a waste of time. We see it as the president putting the wool over our eyes, and we are not blind as a society.
Talk to me about the desired outcome that you would like to see. Of course, a number of people also stating that placing the police minister, Senzo Mchunu, on a leave of absence was also not enough. But talk to me about the desired outcome that you would like to see.
Well, basically, we want the president to do a complete overhaul of the entire justice class system. Because it is corrupt, it is filled with rot, and they do not have capacity. We can no longer trust them. We are saying the generals that are cited by Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi must be suspended immediately. Those that the minister himself, Senzo Mchunu, we don't trust him. We know that he's in bed with the criminal elements, and placing him on leave when the president still appoints the other minister to act in his capacity, yet both of them are getting the public perks, we feel that it's an injustice. The president has violated the Constitution of the Republic. The Constitution clearly says there shall be no two ministers of cabinet appointed in one portfolio. Now we have Senzo Mchunu, who is quietly placed on leave, And we also have this other minister, the new minister, whom we do not trust because his name is tainted. He does not have good credentials. And we are saying to the president, it's about time that you listen to the people of South Africa. And we are giving you 14 days to reply to our quest. And if that does not happen, we are going to mobilize and have a national shutdown.
I want to go into today's proceedings. Of course, you are going to be handing over a memorandum of demands. Who are you handing over that memorandum to? And maybe just to inform us about some of the demands on that memorandum.
Well, the memorandum will be handed over to the state president of the republic, but it will be received on his behalf by the National Commissioner of the Police, General Fani Masimula. That will be handed over at the end of the March. Basically, the issues that we have raised sharply is the complete overhaul of the justice cluster system. We are saying the president must review the commission because we don't believe in it, we don't trust it, we don't want it. We are saying those that are implicated as criminals, including those that are in the police and the minister himself, they must be charged criminally and they must go and appear and account in a court of law. We do not want commissions. Commissions are useless. They are a waste of time. They are a waste of energy and vitality.
And then lastly, before I let you go, I mean, over the past few days, also a few months ago, you had spoken strongly about the support that you give to the KZN Police Commissioner and Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. Just speak to us about not just his leadership, but also why you choose to throw your weight behind him.
Well, look, he is a highly trained police officer. His level of discipline in the environment is skyrocketed, sky high. His commitment in the fight against crime is really appealing to the community. And for that reason, we are saying you cannot really prevent a man like that from doing his job. We are saying free General Mkhwanazi, allow him space to do his work. The outcry about the disbandment of the political killing task team, it must be resuscitated. And we are saying the president must fire the minister, especially Minister Senzo. He must not place him on leave. We are saying the presidency must begin to listen to the people of South Africa. If he continues to undermine us, we are going to embark on a national shutdown and embarrass him.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. That's Vincent Mdunga, one of the organizers for today's march that we are set to see here take place. As you can see, there's a few people that have already started to arrive. I can also see police visibility, and at this point, we will also continue to monitor those proceedings as we are told that they will take place at 9 o'clock.
Well, a high police presence is expected as that march unfolds.